a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
First game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First carry now for Nick Chubb. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 44, Mayfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 22, Mayfield. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham. So first and goal now from the 7-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
That's complete to the tight end Sample. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he fires one that's intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Bengals nothing.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Number 24.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
First down and goal.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Airing one out for Boyd. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Leads to third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and they'll get this just to the 47. One-yard gain.
He was brought down by Josh Bynes. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Taken down right.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
the 3rd down pass.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a breaker.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Vernon on the tackle.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And it's 3rd.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. Green brings it in. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Now Burrow on 1st down. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And Burrow going to throw again. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Bengals.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Cincinnati.
Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
The kick is good.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Browns 18. Bengals.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a first and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but it'll be second down. Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. Second and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
6 yards left on second down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it second and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Mayfield finding Beckham, and he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because You're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your own fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now, the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? They were eager, amped up to get back out in the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. It doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Gain of 15.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw him a bit closer. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
On the return, the Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people worry about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield to throw it. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now here's Ross. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Brought down back at his own 7-yard line.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Burrow will throw. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 16 yards, a 1st down. Second and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. To the air again, Burrow. And able to find Green. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Bengals.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. A long ways to go here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Complete to Tyler.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Final score, Browns.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
so for the Browns, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
She-Rag got me.
That boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that liquor, sure you cut 'em in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. It changed. The good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you